Hello, gorgeous people. Today is day 10 of the Abundance Challenge, 30-day Abundance Challenge that I've been working with you on every day. I hope you're keeping up. If you're not and you're just joining in, that's totally okay. What we're doing is we're talking about being abundant every single day for 30 days to try to make some things switch in our head. A lot of people just live in lack and think about things that they don't have. So what we're trying to do here is we're just rewiring your brain to help you learn how to live in an abundant life instead of a world of lack, okay? So it's not easy because we live in a world where everybody focuses on what they don't have. And that creates a lot of turmoil inside your body. It creates some toxicity within your body. And you really just start feeling bad all over when you start thinking about what you don't have and what you're doing in the process of that, if you're separating yourself from what you really want by thinking about the lack of it. Okay, so what's exciting and good that you can do, and it's not necessarily going to be the easiest thing in the world, and that's why we're doing a 30-day challenge, because this is not easy, and you're going to have days where it's going to be easier than others, okay? But what you need to do, or not what you need to do, but what you can do is that you can start to imagine yourself with what you want already, acting as if you already have whatever it is that you've been wanting. And so if things are not looking great right now in your bank account, things are not looking great right now in your relationship, whatever it may be, then what the course of action for you to take would be to start to think of things the way that you would like for them to be. Now, is this going to be hard sometimes? Yes, of course it is. Because you're going to be like, I got $10 in my bank account and I want $1 million. And so how am I supposed to do that? I get it. Like I've been there. I totally get it. And I think the key to being effective with this process is being reasonable, being realistic with it, and saying, I really want this much money in my bank account, or I really want to have this type of relationship with this person. And you just got to keep that focus. It's like it's a vision that you've got to hold on to, create the vision that you want, and you hold it very tightly in your head. And you're going to have to kind of create this little world of your own that you're walking around in. And you're constantly referring back to that vision, especially when things are not feeling like they're supposed to, looking like they're supposed to, when things on the outside world are testing you to see if you really, really want it or not. That's kind of how it works. Not testing, but I think that's something you could relate to. I really don't think it's a test. I think it's that you are it's the way your mind is gonna take you, no matter what. So then you've got to train it. It's like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? And you're like, no, I don't want to do that. So it goes back and forth, which is called doubt. And so we're doubting, well, it looks like this, but this is what I want. And so you really have to really connect with what you want. And I mean, really connect, like super duper. I'm connected to this. It's coming. You're walking around with it everywhere you go. If it's $10,000 you want in your bank account because you want that in your savings and you don't ever want to be without it, or if you need it to pay off a bill or whatever it is, you're walking around with that $10,000 in your bank account already, even when it's not there. So how does that even work? There's a process of quantum physics that says basically is that if you are connecting with the vibration, because there's a law of vibration and attraction. We've talked about that before earlier in some of the other videos. When you connect with that vibration of feeling as if you already have it, then it has to come to you. There's no way that it can't come to you. There's no way it can't come. And so what you want to practice and put into play is creating the vision that you want first, and deciding on it and sticking with it, and don't leave it, and carry it with you everywhere you go. And I don't mean you need to be, and sometimes you're going to have to be a little obsessed with it because your brain is so wired in a certain way. So yes, you're going to have to tell yourself over and over and over what you want. And you're going to have to feel the happiness of accepting and receiving what you want so that you can actually get it. And by doing this, what that does also in the quantum physics world is it leads you step by step, getting closer and closer to what you want. Now, if you focus on the lack, that's what you're going to get. And that's what most people do. They focus on, oh my gosh, I need this. Oh my gosh, I got to have this. I need this. I need this. I need this. And they panic, and it causes more problems because because of the law of vibration and attraction, like attracts like. You're bringing in whatever it is that you're focusing on. And if you don't think that that's the truth, then I need you to do some experimentation with that, okay? So look that up, read about it. I'll talk about it more, but for right now, just trust me. We are vibrational people. We put out a vibration, and whatever we put out comes back to us, okay? So we've got to rewire, so don't let that scare you or freak you out or anything. The blood of Jesus does help with some of this, okay? But it's still a thing. It's still there. That's the way things work. It's the way God put it out. He's like, if you ask for what you want, ask and it is given. And so if you're asking for lack, if you're putting out a vibration of I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, that's what you're going to continue to get. So you have to switch it. You have to switch this thinking process to I want, I have. And I want this, and I have this, and I'm so thankful that I have this. I'm so grateful that I have this. And you keep pushing through, okay? It will happen. It will happen for you. If you can stick with it, if you can persevere. So if your goal, though, is like super way out of the way, then it might take a little longer for you to get there. There are ways for it to make it happen faster. But if you're in the beginning stages of this, I would start with very easy things and very small amounts of money. And then as you work through this, that's how you're going to see proof of things happening in your life. And then as you start seeing proof of those things, then you can start to move into other areas. But I would just start with small, and then start to move, into a bigger realm as you start to continue to practice with this and work with it. It is the law. It's a universal law. And if you think about it, it's how God put the universe basically on autopilot. He's like, okay, ask and you shall receive. How many times have you read that before? It's a fact. It's a fact. Like if you ask, you shall receive. There are forces in the universe and in heaven that start working immediately to answer your request. So if you keep putting out requests of not enough, then that is what you're going to get. And so and I'm going to take you in full circle here, what this is leading me to tell you is this is faith. Okay? This is faith. He said, if those that can believe in something that they can't see, right? If you can believe in it and you can't even see it, you have got some faith. You have got faith. And this makes you stronger in your faith. So it's okay for us to desire more, to want more, to be creative beings that want to expand and be full of expansion and ideas. We are constantly, think of how many ideas you come through in one day. Oh my gosh. You could have so much if you knew how this process worked. It is so amazing. It's so amazing. But you're going to have to get tapped in, tuned into your body, what you're thinking, what you're saying, how you're moving. I've had to go through lots and lots of healing processes, but I don't want you to get overwhelmed with all that. What I want you to do is I want you to think about the gratitude of abundance. We're thinking about the abundance right now, okay? We're still working on the abundance, and we're getting into basically co-creation with God of what we want, how we're going to receive it, and how we can continue to persevere to get what we really desire to have in our life. You are God's highest form of creation, and He wants you to expand and grow. It's okay. It's fine. So quit beating yourself up. I know I went through a lot of that with my own upbringing and, the way that we were raised. So start to rewire your brain today by talking about abundance. Talking about it even by today, by day 10. If you're still doing this, it is probably getting one of a couple of things happening. One of two things could be happening. Either this is going real good for you and you have a lot of things showing up for you and you're going to keep feeling that abundance and going and going and going. Or you've gotten run down and you're not believing it right now. You're not believing that abundance is around you, that you have an abundance in your life. You're not able to even see the abundance in your life. So you've got more work to do. You've got to sit down, get in that quiet meditative space, and you got to close your eyes. and you got to see what you want. You got to feel what you want. You got to thank God like he's already given it to you, baby. You got to thank God like he's already given it to you. So keep working on this. Keep going. This is day 10. It could be a tough day for you. It could be a great day for you. Wherever you're at, it's okay. I'm still here with you. I'm your accountability partner. Let's keep going. You got this. You are abundant. You are an abundant being. You can create an abundance of things around you. You can make things happen. You can make things happen. You have the power. God gave you power. And it's not in a bad way. It can be used in a bad way. It can. But because I know that you are precious and your heart is right, that you are going to grow and become more and more beautiful and more of the person that you are meant to be, the person you were here to the purpose for your life. You're going to continue on with that. So continue to surround yourself with abundance. If you feel like you're in lack, go find a place to get where there is abundance, because there's an abundance of something every single where you look. Okay? So thank you. Congratulations if you've made it to day 10. Thank you for making it to day 10 and putting up with me and listening to me. I'm going to continue to teach you more about this. It's going to get better and better. Everything's getting better and better. Okay? You're going to look back and you're gonna be like, I don't even know who that is anymore, because I used to think about this all the time. And now I think about this all the time. And my life is so much better. So, love you. Mwah. Great weekend. I will be back tomorrow. Abundance Day, 30-day challenge. Thank you. Bye-bye.